Good evening, y'all. So, we used to do this series called First Friday Fun, but we're doing this one on Thursday. So, it's called Thursday Night Live. And I am so excited for what we're going to do tonight. My friend Monique, she has been on here with me multiple times. She's done Bible teaching with me, Fun Friday with me. We've done so many things together in person, online, doing ministry stuff. And Monique last week got engaged. So I thought it'd be fun for us to hear the story of their love journey that led up to the moment last week when he proposed. And you get to meet him too. So we're going to do a little bit of like her telling her side of the story, him telling his side, and ultimately talking about the beautiful moment last week when he proposed to her. And there's some beautiful pictures that you can see on her social media. So first, I'm going to bring in Monique, and we're just going to talk about like what a year ago this wasn't on the radar, and now it's here. What happened? So Monique, come on in.
Hey, Shonda.
Hi. Okay, so much has happened since the last time we did one of these. Like,
Yes.
did we do one? Yes, we did one in January, and you were already in Sacramento. So we talked about all of that, how you ended up moving from Dallas to California. That last summer, were you looking for love?
No.
What
Well,
happened?
actually, kind of, sort of, but I feel like
Okay.
I got to the point where I was like, okay, I need to focus on other things because I'm moving. So I think earlier that year, I was using dating apps like January, February, somewhere in there. But I went on about 5 different dates and I was just like, this is not, the Lord's going to have to deliver him to my door because this isn't working. And then my mind got shifted to the transition of moving from Dallas back home to Sacramento. And so at that point, that was the only thing I was focused on.
Yes. Okay, and I'm just gonna say, like, you had some really bad dates.
I did. But I discovered
Everybody.
some good food places. So that was
Yes.
a plus. That
That's the best part. If after the date your friend only tells you the like, oh, and the food was so good, you know the date just that's not gonna work out. That was a one and done situation. So you were really focused on because when you gave notice, you gave like 90 days. So you had this whole transition period that
right.
you were like really getting yourself closing down life here, starting life there. And in the middle of that, what happened?
In the middle of that, I got a Facebook message from this guy that said we had a mutual friend, that he was good friends or good friends with someone that I knew, and that he had looked at my profile and was interested in getting to know more about me and my walk with the Lord. So,
Okay. And what did you think when you got that message?
I thought it was a little random. One, because it was a Facebook message, and I'm like, usually if someone gonna slide into your DMs, they do it on Instagram, not on
Right.
Facebook.
Well,
So
I don't know. Nobody slides into mine, but I'm going to say right because that sounds about right.
yeah, it's usually on Instagram, not on Facebook. And I had not had any connection other than like seeing Instagram posts from this mutual connection. So that seemed a little off to me too, because I was just like, I have not talked to, so this guy, he had was ending his seminary journey when I was starting mine. So it seemed a little odd. Um, so I wasn't sure about that. But I was just like, well, let's see. Like, I was grateful that the message was respectful. That's one thing that I did appreciate. So I was just like, he sent a respectful message. And so let's see, I'm open to connecting, is what I responded back with.
So that's what, okay, you said I'm open to connect. Okay, so let's meet the guy who slid into your Facebook DMs, which
Did
after you
someone
guys,
put in the chat a ear?
does that, I wonder, does that mean y'all can't hear us?
Yeah, can they not hear me?
Melinda, can you tell us if you guys can hear us?
It
Because
may be me.
okay, I can. Yeah, I think we're fine. I don't know if that meant they were listening for the tea. I
Okay.
don't know. Maybe that's what I thought.
Okay.
Maybe. So let's meet the guy. And y'all, I'm just gonna say. y'all just meet him. Hello, Aaron.
Hey, what's up, Shonda? Hey, sweetie.
Okay, so tell us on your end how all of that led up. Like, how did you get? How did you formulate the words? Because you were very precise in the wording of this slide. How did?
Yeah, I had to make sure that I wasn't coming off like a creeper. So there was a balancing act here. On one level, I wanted Monique to not think that I was like just any other guy who was casually sliding in their DMs who wasn't serious. So I wanted to project, that I was being serious, that I was being intentional. On the other end, I wanted to establish a connection with her, and that's what I tried to do by basis of establishing that we had a mutual connection. I also was aware of the fact that she did not have a close relationship with my mutual connection. My friend had actually told me that he had not talked to her in a long time.
Okay, so slide back to your
Yeah,
conversation with the friend where he
yeah.
said you
So
might want to
so
talk to
the,
Mo.
so the conversation with the friend goes back years.
Okay.
The friend has always been on the journey to find my wife, Mrs. Bruce, and we've had a number of conversations. We talk all the time, and so some of those conversations I check out, and may or may not pay attention to the things that he's saying. But he tells me that Monique's name came up very early in his time in Dallas. So like in the 2014, 2015 years. Now, he could have saved me a lot of heartache in those years because I spent a lot of time dating and relationships not working out. It wasn't until the pandemic hit, and really I was kind of at the point where I really didn't want to date and really wasn't really even open to dating, that he mentioned her name again. And for whatever reason, I just decided to glance at her profile. Now, this was in 2021. No, I'm
Mm,
sorry, 2020. This would
okay.
have been at the beginning of the pandemic. I glanced at her profile. Now, just a little bit about me. I kind of, in my mind, I had always believed that I'm from the DMV area, but I had always believed that my wife was somewhere down south. Don't ask me why. That was just kind of a thing I was convinced about. So I held on to that. I was like, Lord, that's where she at. She's somewhere down there, you
Cause
know.
cause cause of like Southern cooking or like
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get myself in trouble here because it might be some women on here. You know what I'm saying? Be like, what? You know, I don't know. We'll just say that I for whatever reason, I don't know whether it was intuition or what. I even had my grandmother looking for potential spouses for me down there, and yeah, that didn't work out too good. So we're grateful to the Lord
yes. And
that
Mark
God sent.
Zuckerberg for Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. So he mentioned her 2020. I decided to look at her profile. Look, I said, "Oh man, she's really attractive." But I thought to myself, there's usually something that comes with the woman that's fine. So I had done all. So just like she judged me when I first sent my message, you know what I'm saying? I judged her when I first started her profile. I said, "Yeah, this is probably too good to be true." So I held off. I said, "I'm not gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna just wait and I'm gonna just casually look at her profile to see, what she's posting." And if I had seen a lot of selfies and a lot of things that were all about,
I didn't want to see
how
that.
fine I am, and today is Women Crush Wednesday, and I'm the woman who's being crushed. If I had seen any of that type of stuff, I would have been good.
You didn't see any of that. You saw my prayer for you this week. You
Yeah, I
saw
saw all of
some
that.
food,
I saw
maybe.
a date with my books on Friday night. I said, now that's my kind of a boring sister who loves the Lord. That's the friendship. Sign me up. So
An
so
intellectual.
and an intellectual, right? I want somebody who I can have those I think very deeply on things. So I was like, maybe I can have these deep, intimate conversations with her. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna craft me a nice little message. I'm gonna shoot my shot. And but this came a year later. I was in June 2020. I decided in June 2021 that I was going to shoot my shot. So obviously I had prayed on it and sat on it for a while. And then I said, all right, how do I say this? I said, all right, well, I don't want to come across as like I'm doing too much. So it's got to be, she seems serious about her faith. I am too. So obviously we can connect on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I just want to know about I want to hear your testimony. how has the Lord, how has the Lord ministered to you? You know, what has he done in your life? So that's all I was interested in doing.
He's saying it like that, but he's serious. That's what he really
I'm so
wants to
serious.
know.
But, obviously I had ulterior motives. I was trying to get at her. So I just said, hey, um, I was like, how can I do this? I was like, because she also struck me as the type of person where if the message wasn't right, she would read it and not respond. I needed her to respond. So
Yes.
intentionality, uh, not come off as a creeper, and establish that I'm a believer who wants to get to know her in some form or fashion, like her walk with the Lord. Those three things to me were a winning recipe. You know what I mean? You know how you like bake the cookies and you follow the don't add anything to it, don't subtract anything from it.
But you got to make sure you use the good chocolate chips.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
This is
important.
the recipe. If it's good enough to bake the cookies, then this is good enough to win you at least an initial, reply. So she replied, and I said, I got her. No, I'm just playing. I ain't say that. I ain't say that. But she did. She did. I mean, she did reply quick though.
Oh, she did?
So,
Same day?
same
Yeah, I
hour,
think it was like, yeah, I was gonna say it may have been within 30 minutes.
same hour. So,
Okay.
the Lord must have spoke to her quick, huh?
He must have. It must have been a
Mhm.
slow day at the office.
Nah. Yeah, babe.
What?
I got so many jokes, but I'm a reel it in.
Okay, so I guess y'all can see like Monique is just content to let me and Aaron just
I
kiki and caca.
She
So
totally is.
this whole
So, and
hour.
by the way, babe, I did not know it was no 5 dates. I thought it was just 3.
Okay, we that's in the past, Aaron. That's in the past.
Okay, I can't live in the past.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving
So,
forward.
Aaron, I feel like you left out a very important part of your observation process of
Uh oh.
Monique to know if she was the one you wanted to shoot your shot with. Didn't you see something on YouTube?
Shameless plug. I see what you did there. So yeah, part of my observation in that year, June 2020 to June 2021, was not only going to Monique's profile, but it was also like, like I was finding anything I could find about this girl on social media, and ended up finding your tending togethers
Oh, you
uh,
don't say.
with with Kelly and
Yes. Darian. Yes.
Darian, and I remember there was one in particular where y'all were talking with Monique, and I think you would ask Monique a question about any men in your life or something like that, and Monique had said something to the effect of, they said, yeah, Monique got, somebody said, yeah, Monique got a lot of people sliding in her DMs, and she was like, yeah, and she said, yeah, with games. So
Mhm.
that informed how I was gonna connect with her. This was just, it was all about data collection, right?
Mhm.
Um, this is like a 12-round fight for me. Early rounds I spend collecting data. So I was like, all right, well, how am I? So yeah, so she said, yeah, a lot of guys jump in with games, and basically, I think you had said something to the fact, all right, y'all, Monique is single, and
Oh yeah, I do
y'all,
remember.
basically something to the effect of be serious. And then you were like, I might have some guys for you.
I always say
Um,
that. Yes.
and then, but you were, and I think somebody else might have said it too. And then I was like, well, I need to get on it because Shonda might be trying to hook her up with some clown that she might actually say, oh, he's kind of cute, I'm gonna get with him. So I said, nah. So my time is limited. So all of a sudden I got struck with a sense of urgency,
Yes.
and your tending together really helped push me along further. I don't know that I would have reached out in June 2021 if I had not watched your tending together. I don't know that I would have. I think
And
that.
this is why I get to make a toast at the wedding.
Yes,
In
definitely.
case any, because lots of family, I see Monique's family is here in the chat. This is why, y'all. This is why I get to make the toast.
Good.
I'm the matchmaker.
Great timing though, because I had not yet accepted the offer, but I knew for the new job, I knew that it was likely coming and that I would, if it did, then I would. And so I actually communicated that to him on our first conversation.
Tell the people what you communicated to me in our first conversation.
Yeah, I communicated that because I
Hmm.
think we were talking about Dallas or whatever, and I
She
was like,
about to she about to clean it
"Well,
up.
what did I say? You can fix it because you know how to
Okay, I
I
will.
say." But I know it was something to the effect of, "I'm waiting on an offer, and if it comes, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take it and move back home to Sacramento."
Translation: I think you're a distraction. So you just slid in my DMs. Look, I'm not playing with you. If you really about that life, then you're gonna have to come to Sacramento.
That was a thought, actually. I mean, I didn't actually say that, but that was a thought. I did feel like, okay, I've finally made up my mind because Shonda knows all the back and forth and the struggle that I had with the move and do I take the job or do I not take the job? And so I felt like I finally got to a point where I had made up my mind on what I'm going to do. And then here comes this guy trying to mess things up or trying to distract
Mhm.
me from what I know I'm supposed to be doing. So I did think that it was possible that you were a distraction.
I was on a dating fast. I wasn't dating. I was on a dating fast.
I mean, at that point, I wasn't either, but
She had given up on those apps by then.
yeah.
She had. She
Yeah.
was praying with that. Well, that's because she was praying for that 6'5" man with them rolling abs. And that, I'm not gonna put you out there, babe. I ain't gonna do you like that.
Whatever.
I ain't gonna do you like that.
Okay, so he slid in, Monique responded, and y'all then they just started chatting and chatting and chatting and on the phone and chatting
What's the finger
and
for?
and on the phone and talking and talking and talking. Well, hold up, Aaron, because I had to wait. So I would message Monique, and hours later she would respond. And like we had this thing, I don't know why, but if I messaged her and a certain amount of time would go by and she didn't respond, I would get like, "Are you alive? Are you what's going on? Like, do
I'm
I
like,
get to come over to where you live and check on
yeah,
you? Like signs of life, please."
right.
And and then so she was saying like, "Oh, I was talking to the guy." Like you could tell it was true infatuation because it was, those it was old fashioned, y'all, that we on the phone for hours and hours and chatting with him. And she would say, "Oh, I'm so tired. I've been talking to him for hours." I was like, "Who is this guy? This is annoying." So tell us about this. Let's see, that was June. Today is a special day. Today is the 18th of August. So from June to August, all this chatting happened. But what happened on August 18th?
Well, we
uh,
gotta go before August
Oh,
18th.
okay. Go ahead.
When did you when did you come to Dallas?
Oh, that
I
was
came to
before?
Dallas on
That was
August 9th.
before.
Or no,
Okay.
August 6th. I came to Dallas on August 6th, 2020.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, y'all, so he lived in DMV. She was here. They were doing all this chatting. And next thing you know, he's coming for a visit. And he didn't just come for a visit, y'all. He came with an itinerary for the visit. Okay. He planned a date for her in her city.
So cute.
It was so cute.
It
Okay,
has
go ahead now.
sunflowers on it. He knew from our conversations that I love sunflowers. So I just felt like he was very intentional, not just in planning it, but even in the look of it and the places that he selected. I was impressed because they were all places I had never been to before. And I love food. And so I'm a foodie. So I go to places and I was like, oh, wow, he found restaurants that I actually have not been to. So I
Mhm.
was, when I got it, when I got because he asked for my address and I was hesitant because I was
Yes, we
like, I
did
have
talk about
not met
this.
this man and he's asking for my address. But from our conversations, I felt like I could trust him. So I went ahead and gave him my address. But then I told Shonda, I gave this man my address. And when the envelope came, I was like, this is his information. If I come up missing, you know who he is.
Yes.
That's the irony there, because I actually, if 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 the mutual friend knew the address, I would have asked him. There were so many different
Ooh, that would have
things.
been even spookier if you
I,
just up and sent. We would have been like,
well,
red flag.
that was the challenge. On one level, I was like, well, I really want to send her something that was really sweet, and I wanted to ask a friend who knew her, hey, where does can you send me her address so I can like mail her something? So it was kind of, that was also a balancing act and something I had to really consider. So I just said, you know what, I'll just ask her, and then she'll probably go through her internal thought process of, is he crazy or is he, and let's keep it real. The
Axe
first,
murderer.
let's keep it real. Those 2 months before August, were not all. It was not all peaches and cream, roses and sunflowers, and
From
lilies.
my perspective, it was.
Yeah, we need to get somebody else up in here because
His perspective.
that first month, Shonda, I can certainly identify with text messages going unanswered and phone
Oh,
calls not being returned. Initially, I believe Monique was fairly skeptical as well. Now I believe that skepticism faded in July when I told her I was coming up here to visit my grandparents. And I think she saw something in me just interacting with my grandparents. She's like, oh, I like that. He like old people and, all that kind of thing. And so I believe that it melted her heart a little bit. But yeah, I did send the itinerary. What was fun? The other funny thing about the itinerary is when I went into Staples to get it printed off, uh, the girl who was handling the printing for me, like, started to look it over before she gave it to me. And she was like, who you going to see? I was like, I'm
the future
like,
Mrs. Bruce.
well, I mean, that's what I was thinking. But she was like, you doing a whole lot. I said, yeah, I'm trying to, you know what I mean, win her heart and all that type of stuff. And I was trying to let her know, like, I'm trying to be intentional. And, I think this is somebody that, I can see myself going the distance with. So, I wanted, like, this is just something creative that I wanted to do. She was like, I like this. She was like, I need to screenshot this to, like,
It was
so.
nice.
So yeah, so it was two parts. Part one was the initial itinerary that was like RSVP to a phenomenal weekend, and then there was an actual, like, play-by-play itinerary that had dates, transportation, where, what we're doing, all that stuff, what to wear, all that sort of stuff.
Everything.
So
So seeing that, I feel like I was excited and like super anxious and nervous at the same time because I was just like, oh, like he's serious for real, for real. So I was excited because he was serious, but also scared because he was serious.
Yeah.
And I felt like I had not experienced anything like that before. So I was just like, I don't know what to do with this.
what Stevie Wonder say? Not uh, knocks me off my feet. So that's what I was going for. I like what you did.
You did. You did a TKO. Because after that, it was. So, okay, we have to fast forward a lot through a lot.
Hmm.
Lots of trips back and forth across the
Yeah.
country to visit one another,
Yes.
trips to Dallas, meeting family on both sides, friends, all that. We're going to fast forward to last week.
Mm.
Okay, Aaron, set us up.
Yeah. So before last week, I Monique and I went to Dallas in middle of July,
Yes.
and I had determined in probably June, after I had gotten through a very rigorous semester of school, that I wanted to propose in the very last weekend in July. In my mind, Monique wouldn't be expecting it because our 1 year anniversary for dating was in August 18th,
Today.
today. So if anything, she wouldn't expect anything until August, certainly not June. So we go to Dallas, and I've already set things in motion.
I thought you were going to do it here, honestly. I'm like, he's coming to Torchy's Tacos to propose.
The thought did cross my mind, but I wanted her family to be there.
Yes. Very.
So it was again balancing act. Like I wanted y'all to be in Sacramento for it. If I had the bag like that, then I would have flown y'all out there.
Man,
So,
okay, you guys have to keep going, Aaron, because I want you to tell them how beautiful it was and everything you did.
so I guess in my mind I was like, all right, I want to do it in a hotel, like on the balcony. I want to do it outside. So I had gone through several iterations, maybe a helicopter pad, maybe like a rooftop, and we landed on a hotel downtown that had a really nice balcony.
Who
Uh,
was helping you find these things?
um, so there was an event planner I worked with,
Okay.
who was really helpful in kind of helping me identify the venue. We then determined that it'd be really nice if we had a musician there who could sing Monique's favorite songs. So she helped me find a musician. The musician we found was a guy named C.J. Washington from The Voice. And so he was going to come out to sing songs, two of Monique's favorite songs, one by Molly Music Still, and then another one by Sam Henshaw. I don't remember the name of the song. I would have to look it up. But you know what I'm talking about, sweetie. And so those were going to be just two songs, a part of a broader package that he was going to play during the whole night. I wanted a videographer there to capture the moment. And then I also wanted a photographer who could take pictures. And I wanted her family to be there. And trying to arrange all of that was really difficult. And then Monique gets COVID. The week of July 30th. She gets it that Monday.
Because when you were in Dallas, you said 2 weeks, 2 weeks.
Yes.
And then wait, you still have one other part. The other part, the friends who couldn't be there. You had a
Yes. So, and I also wanted the videographer. And this was funny too, because when I was initially talking to the event planner about it, it didn't seem like that was a possibility. But then the videographer assured me, he's like, no, we can do that. He said, if you can have your friends submit video messages to me to this link that I provide, he said, we can do a same day edit, and then you two can look at them together at the end of the proposal event. So I said, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. I want a way for people who are not here to be able to celebrate with us and be a part of this special moment. So that's what we did. And then your girl got COVID. And
yes.
I was, outside of making sure she was okay, I was a little upset.
He did make sure I was okay though. He did a great job taking care of me long distance.
Oh.
It was cute.
I couldn't give it away that I was upset about the fact that this proposal was going on. So I was like, all right, let me send this girl some Chick-fil-A and make sure.
Oh, the way to her heart.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So we had to rebook everything. We rescheduled it for Wednesday, August 10th. Got everything in order. And really, the rest of the story is probably better told
Yes.
from the one who experienced
Yes.
the other side of it.
Okay. So he set all of that up.
Uh-huh.
And Monique, I'm loving your family's comments in the chat. This is so fun. Nate is my friend too. Hey Nate, and all the other family, all the other Jennings here. Okay, Mo, what happened? It's a random Wednesday. You worked all day. Then what?
So my friend Kayla was picking me up. I thought we were going to happy hour. So I was hungry when she picked me up. Like I was ready to eat. So we got in the car and I'm telling her how much Aaron is getting on my nerves this week.
We were beefing.
So the whole time there, I'm like venting, like, oh my gosh. And I actually had told her that a friend of mine, I had told another friend of mine that our 1 year was that next week. And she was like, oh, are you going to do anything? And I said, I hope I'm saying yes to a proposal. So like on the ride there, I like had no clue. I was just like frustrated with him and happy that I got to go eat with my friend and vent about how much he was annoying me.
Were you purposefully annoying her to throw her off?
Oh yes, I had to. She was
Okay.
too much. Absolutely.
Because I was
Absolutely.
skeptical. So he got upset with me so that it would throw me off. And it did. Because I was like, he's in his feelings. He's definitely not here. Because I was starting to think that this was the day. I was like, this is not happy hour. This is more than happy hour. And then by Tuesday night, I told my mom, I said, you know, if there's something happening tomorrow, I want you to know you guys did a great job. Because at this point, it's just happy hour. I don't think anything's happening.
I want to see the look on your mom's face when you say that. Like, did she have a poker face, or she was just like,
She just laughed and was like,
"Oh,
oh
okay."
my gosh. Yeah. So
She does do too much. Nate, should I tell the story about her ruining her own surprises by
Look,
checking flights?
yeah, I mean, there's a history here.
oh my God.
Right.
There's
Let me finish. Let me finish.
okay.
Okay. Okay. We won't go there.
We get downtown and park, and then we're walking in. And Kayla's my friend. She goes to the front and tells them that she has a reservation. And at first they were like they couldn't find the reservation. But then she was like, "Oh, okay, I see it here. I'm so glad you made it." And they told us that the table, or told her that the table wasn't ready, but they were doing free tours to their penthouse suite with a free glass of champagne. So I was like, "Oh, that sounds great." Like, so we're walking. I'm like waiting for the glass of champagne because I'm thinking like we're gonna have this glass as we're doing the tour. Didn't get the glass of champagne, but we get on the elevator, and it was kind of like we had to get on and off the elevator a few times, so that was kind of weird too. But then we get to the door and we walk in, and I was like, "This is a nice hotel. It looks really nice." And then there's a lady standing in there in a black dress, and she says, "Oh, you have to see what they've done with the balcony. Like it's really nice." So I walked towards the balcony.
I'm getting weepy.
I walk towards the balcony and I see rose petals and like candles on the ground. And but I keep walking out and then walk out and see air. And then I was like, oh my gosh. And I turned back around and went back inside. So he actually had to walk over there and get me because I wasn't gonna walk out there. But yeah.
Oh, you weren't gonna walk out? I was wondering what you were doing. I wasn't sure. I
So
really
yeah,
didn't know
he
what to do.
walked over and got me, and then we walked back out there. And then he talked to me probably for at least a good 5 minutes because I was nervous. And but it was sweet. And then he proposed, and I had no idea. Like I was so focused on him, I had no idea my family was there because they had put them in a room and they had to be quiet, but they were in a room in the same hotel room, like in just behind a door. So I didn't hear them. I didn't see them walk out on the balcony, anything. I'm just like focused on Aaron. And so he had to say, your family's here, your whole family's here. And so then I turned around and saw them. So it was great. I loved it.
Aw. Okay, so he asked what you said.
He asked, and I said yes. We didn't know which finger the ring was supposed to go on, but we figured it out.
I mean, did we? So I did get it. We got it right.
Yeah, we did. He was
Okay.
like, "I'm be honest, I don't know which finger is the right one," and I said, "I don't either." So yeah, um, it was it was great.
Yeah.
I,
And so set the mood for us, Aaron. The guys playing the music. Family, I just put a link in the chat. If you want to come on, click that link and you can join us on screen. So um set the mood for us, Aaron, about like the atmosphere. It's sunset. We've seen the video probably, most of us here, but go ahead.
Yeah, I
Set the
mean
scene.
it's a beautiful Sacramento day. We were worried about the heat. Sacramento heat can be really intense during summertime, but it's
Wait, this is hilarious.
you didn't look up which ring finger. No, we figured that out in the moment. Um, you know, it's a lot of things that you can figure out. I guess it was a game time thing. I guess I figured out. But yeah, so it was like a nice, beautiful, sunny day. The wind was crazy that day. So it kept blowing the light out on the candles. But the room is very festive. Shout out to the fam. They got there early. I'm talking about like 15, 20 minutes early.
Okay.
And so the fam, and then Pastor and First Lady, Pastor Reese and First Lady Reese, Monique's pastor at St. Paul, were there as well. Everybody's excited. We're having conversations, just kind of, talking through things. We're giving run of show. Hey,
We have a niece here. Yay!
Giving run of show. We're really excited. So then the event planner says, all right, so everybody has to go into the bedroom. You guys are going to be quiet. So that when Monique comes in, she's not going to know that you're here. And then once we bring her out to the balcony and she sees Aaron, then we'll quickly bring y'all out so that you can see the proposal event. So that required, there were some young kids there as well. So that required some real finessing from the parents.
Let Aaliyah tell us what was happening in the family room.
Yeah, you tell us what was happening in the room.
Oh,
I love this. So fun.
Well, everyone was sitting
First
on
of
the bed.
all, tell us, we know you're a niece, right?
Yes,
The
I'm the oldest one.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. So inside the room, everyone was just chilling on the bed, being quiet. It's kind of hard because people were cracking jokes. It's really hard not to laugh when you have to be quiet. We were also listening to see when Auntie was walking through the door. And there was 2 little babies in there. My sister Trinity, who was 3, and my cousin Nate, who was 1. So Trin had her headphones, so she wasn't making any noise. And then I think Nate had to go in the bathroom because he was hungry. But besides that, most people were quiet. My uncle Nate was filming a video, so he was being funny. So it's kind of hard not to laugh. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. And then you all quietly snuck out onto the balcony.
Yeah, so someone opened the door. I think it was the event planner. And then we all tiptoed out and everybody had their cameras. And me personally, I thought she was going to see us. She being Auntie, I thought she was going to see us because, you have peripherals. But she didn't until Aaron mentioned it. And I was like, how did she not? But I guess it makes sense. But then everyone started cheering. And she was like, oh, you guys are over there. So, yeah.
Oh, this is so fun.
Trin's here.
No, I'm not Trin.
Oh, this is so great. And she's okay. So what else happened that night? After she said yes.
So after she said yes, we cracked open a bottle of sparkling cider and champagne.
She finally got the champagne. Good.
She did. We finally did a toast as the family, and then we took photos together. Monique and I took photos together. Which she was. I felt like you felt. I felt like I can tell this. Babe felt some kind of way about the photos because she didn't. She felt like she wasn't dressed up for the proposal moment.
I was dressed for happy hour.
Dressed for happy hour.
To get engaged and to take engagement photos. And then I come out and he's in this all dressed up and nice. And I was like, okay, so you came prepared. But I was thinking, well, I at least had a dress on. So so that helped a bit. And I love the pictures. Like I've gotten the pictures. I love the video. So it all worked out. I had that bag on my back. I wish I would have taken that off. But other than that.
Yeah, that's my fault. I thought about doing that in the moment, but I didn't want to we were so caught up.
We were.
In the experience.
We were.
Aaliyah, anything else you want to share about this beautiful night?
Sorry, I was changing my spot. Anyway, no, it was cute. I loved it. Aaron did an amazing job, and I was super excited. Got a little emotional. Not as much as some other people, but I thought it was cute. But yeah, that's all.
So are you like Uncle Aaron now, or is that what we're doing? Auntie and Uncle?
Were you asking me or Aaron? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Is he gonna be Uncle Aaron? Is that
Oh, yeah. In April, on April 15th.
oh we have a date? Come on with the tea, Aaliyah.
Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad.
Live.
It's
That's
okay.
okay, because as Melinda is saying, we're
You heard it here
coming. We
first.
need the date. We gotta start saving.
Heard it here first
Mhm.
on Tending Together.
Yay! Thank you for joining us, Aaliyah.
You're welcome.
This is fun. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, so I proposed, and then we did the photos. We did a nice toast, and then shout out to Jana and Naya as well, and Janelle. And then we went to this restaurant called Ike's. Is it called Ike's? Isn't it called Ike's, babe?
Inks.
Oh, Inks. I don't know where I got Ike's from. Might have been thinking about what's love got to do with it.
Room. She helped me.
Who's in the room?
Kayla.
Oh,
I told her I was gonna pull her on. So.
yeah. What's
Oh.
up, Kayla? Yeah. Get Kayla
does
on
she
there.
see the link? Let me post
I
it
mean,
again.
she's in the room with me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell her hop off that chair and jump on here. Yeah. No, so we went to eat, and that was pretty fun. Although, I guess I can say this on here. We didn't. It was kind of about the moment for us because the food was a little. Yeah, we were just so caught up in the moment that we weren't really.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter that the food wasn't the best. We also had a couple of friends join us, a couple of roaches that were
That
running
a
around.
term of endearment?
It was outside.
It was outside. Oh
was
yeah, no,
like-
I don't want to get them shut down. It was outside. Shout out to Inks.
No, hey, we don't want to ruin any future sponsorships.
Shout out to
Tending
Inks.
Together.
Hey, y'all had good appetizers.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, but
Wow,
no,
a
it was
beautiful
great.
night.
It was
Beautiful
great.
photos, beautiful video. I mean, everyone, the hundreds of comments tell you how much everyone enjoyed your efforts to capture the moment for those who were not, in attendance, and for posterity for you guys to always have. You did a great job.
Ask Aaron how many times I've watched the video.
How many times? I mean, I probably multiple times a day, I'm sure.
More than I can count, but
Yeah.
he's like, will
Yeah,
you
more
stop
absolutely more than I can count too. I mean, once the video was made,
every time I watch it, it's like I'm watching it for the first time. It's
Yes.
great.
every time I watch it, I'm like, I've seen this before. No, but it is great. It's funny. The first time we got the video, we were watching The Shy, I think it was. We were just catching up on the show, and Monique had just completely forgotten about the show and just was like, I want to watch the video again. I was like, you mean the same video we just watched? Okay, sure, sweetie. We can do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope.
All right, y'all. If you haven't already marked your calendars, the date is April the 15th, 2023.
Yes.
We shall all convene in Sacramento. We're all invited, even if it's virtual. All right.
Facebook user.
I think that's Miss Jackie.
Oh.
Is that you, Jackie? I think it's Jackie.
Oh, y'all can see the comments?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can't see any of it.
This is your mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was fun being a part of keeping the secret from her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and even that was like a whole thing to try to make sure that, the correspondence that me and Mama Jennings had daily, to just kind of keep me up to speed with where she was. So, because that's what I would tailor the things that I would do based on what Monique's mom would tell me about, where she was. If she was getting suspicious or if she was laying off, that would let me know whether I needed to ramp up the plan or whether I need to scale it back. So the decision to get mad and to start an argument came out of information that I had received, where Monique had basically grilled her mom, asked her like 7 questions.
So it's my mom's fault that we were arguing.
Um, but it was a seamless way for me to pretend like I was mad. In reality, I kind of was mad, but I couldn't let on to the fact that I was mad about that. So I had to make up something completely different. And it seemed like it was just why is he this mad? Monique didn't understand why I was that mad over.
I just don't understand why you're this upset. Like, I can get being upset, but this upset, I was confused. I was trying to fix it though. I was like, "Oh, babe, I'm sorry," but I just don't understand. But yeah,
I had
It's
to.
so fun to hear you like babe and sweetheart. And I'm like, Mo has a mister. This is amazing. Like
yeah.
a husband, a whole husband coming along. Wow. This is great, y'all. Thank y'all for sharing your love story.
Yeah. Love you, babe.
Love you too.
I love you guys too. We'll see y'all in April. Unless we do some more of this live stuff, we'll see. I mean, because Aaron and I can chat for hours.
Oh, absolutely.
It's fun.
Absolutely.
Fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's more that could be told, but for the sake of those watching, I wanna spare everybody.
And Mo has a meeting, I think, too. We gotta make sure she gets to
She ain't doing no work.
She is.
Never.
Listen, Pastor Reese may watch
Hey,
this.
tell Pastor to jump on here.
That was You're gonna be like, what is this? Click this for what? What am I clicking this for? You're gonna be on the floor.
Right. But yeah, no, it was great.
And shout out to my pastor because he gave me the rest of the week off so that we could continue to celebrate our engagement. So I was grateful for that because I would have been like, no use coming in to work the next day.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard coming to work on Tuesday. I'm still like in the moment and trying to focus. He dropped by the other day and was like, "Are you here?" I said, "I'm here, but I'm." He was like, "Yeah, no, I understand. Just try to be here."
Yeah, watching that video,
Probably.
looking at them photos.
We need to keep tagging Black Love so they can share your video.
I agree.
Yeah, celebrating all the black couples out there.
Yeah, that's great. Y'all, thank y'all for coming on the Tending Together show. That doesn't, I mean, this is not the name of the channel anymore, but like for real, thanks for joining and sharing your story and letting all of us in on all the background details. It was fun to hear and celebrate your love journey and to prepare our flights and stuff to be with you. I mean, I know you got to pay per person, so like everybody's not really invited, but like
Shonda's like this cover.
right.
Yeah.
But I'll take lots of
we
pictures.
just had a conversation about that today.
Yeah.
Weddings are expensive, y'all. So pray.
Yes.
If I have a prayer request,
No. Don't
pray.
and don't just pray. See if the Lord leads you
Send a love offering.
to sow a seed, a love offering.
I wasn't even saying. I was saying pray for my stress and overwhelm and anxiety.
Yeah, money helps with that. Money helps with your stress and anxiety and all of that. So pray, ask for the GoFundMe.
We are not.
Let's put that up. The GoFundMe.
We will not be doing a GoFundMe.
Listen, Kristen said, "Wait a minute, we can't all come. We can't all come."
Hey, I'm believing God for all of that, but you gotta sow. If you would just sow, we would see the floodgates.
Wow,
It's hilarious. Oh, I was gonna say something. I totally lost it. But
so you'll see. That's what you was gonna say.
oh, I remember. if you're one of the Texas friends, there will be a Texas celebration before the wedding. So if you're in Texas or want to come to Texas for this event, I'll have some details for you in the future.
We doing that in well, okay, we don't have to.
We have to figure out a date.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So
This
there will be a gathering. So, all right, we're gonna log off. Kristen, you're definitely invited to come to that. If you can't make it to Sacramento, you definitely come to Texas.
you can't speak to nothing else.
Right. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for sharing in this love story.
Thank you.
Bye.